Good Monday morning. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Had a really good one. Raced my second race of the year, which was one of my A races I had set for my training, and it was Run the Bluegrass half road marathon here in Lexington, Kentucky. This is my 6th year running it. Was one of the first long distance runs I ever did. I had only been running like 2 months when I signed up for this race. So it's kind of funny. So it's got a special part for me that I really enjoy. But the best time I'd ever done was like 1:57 or something like that, and on it's like that, and it's about 1,200 feet of elevation gain for a road half marathon. That's quite a bit, but it was really good. Everything went great. The training paid off. Staying focused, getting up those 4:30 mornings and getting up and having my coffee and getting out on the training, and it's hard. And that's part of the things that today I kind of like to talk about is, but this weekend on that, like that, I did set my personal record on the course by over 12 minutes and just my overall fastest half marathon I ever did, by just less than a minute. So I ended up doing it like a 1:44.40. So it felt really good. Ended up finishing 60th place out of 853 people. Not bad for a guy turning 50 here in a couple months. But goals are not meant to be easy. They're not meant to be, you just wait, you set them, and the next day you get up and you break them. That's what in life, business, I don't care what you're doing, if it's just your relationships or your with your family, your kids, or whatever you're doing, stuff like that. It really takes a lot of work. It's something, we all, like I said, I think last week, we all got the same 24 hours a day, and it's all how we want to use those. And that's something in the last few years, Renee and I've been really working on, trying to, take the time that, there's times that we'll work from our home office for work, that we just need that peace and quiet to sit there with less distraction in order to work on, getting the paperwork, the parts of running business that's not the fun parts of doing, all the paperwork and answering a lot of emails and talking to vendors and different things like that. And then there's those days that I'm out pulling calls. I'm out, working and going out and still seeing customers. Been doing more of that in the last little bit. Be doing more of that in the next few months. But some things you got to work on. There's goals in order to grow a business, grow a relationship, to grow in your personal life. If it's running or whatever you're doing, it takes work. It takes grit. It takes gumption. It takes determination to get up and put time toward that. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to hand it to you. I think, and I can't remember the exact guy's name like that, but he said he became the soccer player. Not a big soccer guy, but I remember this stuck out with me that he said I became an overnight success from working every day for the last 14 years, and that's kind of the way it feels like that. You work, people look at you and go, oh wow, you've got this or you've got that. Well, I just didn't wake up one day and do that. I didn't wake up one day and decide I was running 50 miles and never been running more than 2 miles. It takes a lot of you got to really work toward that. It's working every day on that. But also running a business. Renee and I started. We was going to start a business, and I've told people this story, and this is something we may do a whole story one day here to break it down like that. But we started our company just for a paycheck. I mean, we didn't start it for run a business. We didn't really want a business. We just seen how we wanted to do things different in the industry to help customers. And we seen the good and the bad of other companies, and we wanted to take what we could find of the good and put that into play. So as we continue going through this week, I hope your goals are going good. First quarter's done. Hopefully you've got some of your goals that you're working toward that you maybe completed. Others may be still in the phase where you're still building up to them. So let's continue, working toward those. Let's continue motivating the people around us. Let's continue praying for the people around us and praying for the world and everything, what's going on in it. And let's continue just showing them that we can be a light in this dark place. So everybody have just a blessed and wonderful week.